Welcome everybody to another episode of Ask Yann. This time Kate asked me a question. Kate wanted to know how to write or how to produce content that people can relate to. Apparently Kate thought that the stuff I'm writing she can relate to quite a lot. And it's a very interesting question, and I think that a topic that not a lot of people talk about, but a very important topic indeed, because the thing is that most of the content out there, it's pretty much the same. Everybody writes about the same stuff, so nobody really stands out. But whereas if you write something different, something that comes deep from your heart, that's something that's really comes out of your brain, a lot more people can relate to, because you'll stand out, because you'll be writing about stuff that nobody else is writing. And I guess that's the really important thing. The most important thing is to write about what you think. Like everything that I write about, or everything that I say, like for example this video, comes out of my brain. It's exactly what I feel. It's completely unfiltered, and I know it's tough because you do something that not a lot of other people do, but at the end of the day, that's how you stand out. That's how people can relate to you. And in the beginning, when you start off, when you write about the things that you feel very strongly about, not a lot of people relate to it, because not a lot of people will have the same thoughts. But still, if out of 7 billion people, just like 1%, I don't know that how many people is that? That's still like not 700. That's 70 million people. So you will still say, even though you're saying something that not a lot of people relate to, if just 1% can relate to your kind of thinking, then you'll still be able to reach 70 million people if I did the math right. Probably I did not, but it doesn't really matter. So at the end of the day, it's really about starting very small to find your niche, to say what you want to say, to say what you really think about, and then people will, it might take a while, but people will find out. And people that think the same way like you do, for example, like Kate thinks the way that I think, and then she can identify with me, and then she will share it with her friends, and the probability that her friends will also relate to the things that she shares is very high. So, and then you get the ball rolling. It might start a bit because as you start in a niche really narrow, but then once the word spreads, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. So it's really writing or saying something that not a lot of other people say is more like the strategy for the long shot. So you'll be in it for the long shot. And I guess that's really the most critical thing, is to say or to write what you think, and not what everybody else thinks or what everybody else is writing about. Because then you'll be competing with everybody else, and competing with everybody else, you will never be able to win. And then people will not really identify with you, because you're saying everything that everybody else is saying. So to make it short, I think the best strategy to write or produce content that people can identify with is to be yourself, to not try to be like everybody else, and to be completely unfiltered, raw, and uncut. And I guess that's the way how you produce content, or how you create content, or write blog posts, or have a blog that people can relate to. And yeah, that's pretty much my take on this one. Thanks for the question, Kate. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me at yann@girard.net. That's it.